Now, Chandrayaan-3 is all set for its soft landing on the moon. ISRO has tweeted the latest updates confirming that Chandrayaan-3 is expected to land on August 23rd around 4 minutes past 6. In a message, ISRO said that India's pursuit of space exploration has reached a significant step forward. But while we wait with bated breath for the success of the mission, it was a hard break for Russia. The Luna 25 mission was a significant part of the country's revival of its lunar exploration program. Luna 25 was also supposed to make its soft landing on the dark side of the moon, which is of particular interest to scientists for its potential for precious resources that could be crucial for future human missions to the moon. Chandrayaan-3 also aims to make the soft landing on the South Pole. It has now entered the penultimate stage before reaching its final destination.
Chain of command somewhere got missed. Means the entire command did not reach the Luna 25 spacecraft. Only a certain portion of the last part of the command would have reached. The satellite would not have understood, and it has taken a different path and crash landed. This is the simple way I can explain. This similarly happened to Chandrayaan-2 in 2019 for us.
Okay, but we've taken 4 years and we've been reassured that all the lessons that needed to be learned have been learnt. What is the process going to be when Chandrayaan-3 approaches the moon and tries to land? Is it going to be similar to what Luna 25 was supposed to undergo?
See, it will be somewhat a similar type only, but we have built our spacecraft more on the failure-based analysis. Means even if there is a glitch in the software or anything in the command, it can what I can say is it can come out of this problem very fast. One thing, the software has taken place. Software and the algorithms has been done extremely well this time. Next is, now that we will be going for an automated landing, means there is no manual intervention at all after this. So on February 23rd, means on August 23rd, what you see, it will be an automated landing. Means there will be a radar, there will be a thorough scanning of the surface, and the speed will be brought down from 6,000 kilometer approximate per second to 3 meters, less than 3 meters per second, and it will be landed on the moon surface. So also we have seen that we have also incorporated a salvage mode analysis. Means even when the sensors fail, even when the thrusters fail, still there is a possibility for landing of Chandrayaan-3 as said by our ISRO chairman during one of the meeting recently.
Okay, so while we are keeping our fingers crossed that none of the emergency procedures, if there are any, need to kick in, what is the worst case scenario that we are looking at?
See, we have built in lot of redundancy this time. What I'll give you a simple example is, when you take a car on the road, you have a stepney to just see that if anything goes wrong, a stepney is immediately replaced on the tire. So such type of, we have built in lot of redundancy this time in all the critical areas, so nothing should go wrong. As per me, we are foolproof system. We have built in Chandrayaan-3, so 100% there will be a success in landing.
Okay. We are also now joined on the broadcast by Dr. B.K. Tyagi, who is a former scientist with Vigyan Prasar Government of India. Sir, we are just being told by Mr. Lingana that while Russia's mission might have ended in a failure, India has no need to worry. Would you agree?
I think, see, as a scientist, I look at it a very unfortunate day in the sense like reaching very near to that, and then you are experiencing the failure. In fact, we have successfully crossed that stage over which, you know, this the Luna has lost its track and fall into flat on the surface of the moon. I think see, both of us were no doubt there is some kind of space races there, but I feel it's a moment of proud for India in the sense like Russia, who started its program in 1958, is now, even if say like there is a competition because they want to do the soft landing before us, they are competing with us. So, and we have used different technology, different approach, and we are on the on the right track. Today morning itself, we have already inducted into our the deboosting has been done successfully, because if we look at it, this failure was at the deboosting stage itself. So even they haven't able to cross that stage which we have successfully, today we have done it. So I hope on 23rd, I think the way we have planned, we will be landing on the surface of moon, soft landing. And in case, because this time it is well equipped, if it is suppose because of some reason, if we are not on 23rd, so then the next, that time is on 27th. So I think we are waiting for that great movement, and like I'm also equally excited, like all the people across the country. I'm waiting for that moment.
But sir, what is it that makes it so difficult? We know that at least 4 countries have failed to ensure that their spacecraft land. They managed to make this soft landing. Also, I would like you to elaborate on what exactly is the soft landing. Yes.
Okay, because all that landing or even the manned mission, they have landed on the northern part and on the surface which we see from the Earth. But now we are trying to land on the surface of the moon, which is not visible from the Earth. So we don't have much data, except this China had tried that, not on the South Pole, but they did that landing on the backside of the moon, which is not visible to us. So the situation, the information which we have is dependent on those photographs or the what the data has been collected over the year by NASA and by our orbiter and all that. So even then, see, look at this Luna's calculation. There was some mistake in the calculation, because so this kinds of thing, because you are standardizing a technology, because calibrating, basically when we do experiment in the lab, we calibrate our equipment by hit and trial method also. So we have not much information about that thing. So there may, because you may suddenly encounter some kind of situation which you have not anticipated, which is not included in your algorithm, and or the AI which after it is following free fall stage. When it comes, they have to take their own decision, because the real-time communication is not possible. So there are many things over which we may, I can say, we cannot have a control if some situation is emerging, because when you develop your algorithm, you go by certain presumptions. Some facts are before you, but there may be something which is not before you, and then it is
okay,
not in anticipation, and you encounter that situation, then the possibility of failure is very high. So this has actually happened in the previous missions also.
Mr. Lingana, I'll like to toss that to you, because you just said that from now onwards, all the decisions are going to be made autonomously, which basically means that it's not like somebody here sitting down in ISRO, a group of scientists or whatever, have like a remote sort of control over the spacecraft. So in case, as Mr. Tyagi said, if there is something, some change that has not been calibrated, some calculation, who is going to decide how to perhaps adapt to that kind of situation?
See, now after the 800 meters or something, nobody can do anything on that. It is all dependent on the AI built inside the satellite, along with all the maps, terrains, everything what our orbiter has captured, and what are the details given by NASA. All the details have been put inside that our satellite, that how the terrain will be, and also a radar, a velocity meter, and a camera. Everything has been attached to thoroughly scan and see the surface where we land will be very flat. We can do a soft landing on that surface. So such data has been built inside this. What I can say is in our lander. So Nothing can be done at the last nth hour when it is on the auto mode, because the moment you send some signals, it takes more than 2.5 seconds to reach the satellite itself, from the ground to there and from there back to the ground station. So nothing can be done. So it all depends on what they have done and what the AI and what all these things, what they have inbuilt only. So
Okay. Dr.
it's
Tyagi?
absolutely impossible to say we can do something, we can do some maneuvers, and last time, no, nothing can be done at that.
Right. We just hope that we don't have to go into ifs and buts and this mission is successful. But one of the questions I wanted to ask you, Dr. Tyagi, since you said that Russia almost looked like it was in a rush to be the first one to land, is there some sort of a first mover's advantage? Because we keep reading about some precious resources to be found where the spacecrafts are supposed to land.
You see, like after 1958, Russia was, initiated this Luna Mission 25 after almost 50 years. And this all, this has happened once our Chandrayaan first, which, did this, not the soft landing, hard landing, crash landing. And during that fall, it collected certain data and which were analyzed by the different scientific community. And it was it came out that the water is there. So the presence of the water has revived the interest of all that the space superpowers. So you can see the NASA, the China, the Japan also, and Russia. So naturally, whosoever, because if you see our Vikram, it has a ISRO logo and Indian flag also. So whosoever is reaching on that side, they may be having that claim over that. And also not only that minerals, but there are an issue about that helium also. The presence of helium has also revived the interest, because that is can be used for fusion and you can solve your energy problem of the entire world.
Okay.
But for that you need to have such a powerful engine vehicle. You can go and come back in a shorter time. Then only
Right.
economically you can exploit those. But it's a human endeavor, and you can say it's not only Russia and all that, because whatever the information will be collected, that will be shared, and it will be for the benefit of the entire human community,
Yes.
not only. Yeah, no doubt, because
There is science, sir, but there is also geopolitics. Then a tough wars will not spare even the moon. I'm pretty sure of that. Thank you,
Yes.
Dr. B.K. Tyagi and Dr. Sir Girish Lingana, for helping us understand in very, very simple terms what are we likely to expect from Chandrayaan 3. All the best wishes to all the scientists. We take a very quick break.